Welcome, awesome Aquarius. My name's Rose Smith from absolutesoulsecrets.com, and I'm here to do your December 2019 horoscope. And what a big month it is for everybody, and you included, awesome Aquarius, because you're at the stage now where you're getting ready for Jupiter to come into your sign next. That will actually be much later, but it's your birthday next month, and we're all getting ready for 2020, but you start the year off. Okay, so anyway, it's a big time for you, and Jupiter goes into Capricorn for the next 12 months on the 3rd of December. So you're being prepared over the next 12 months until the 17th of December 2020, when it will then go into Aquarius. So what a huge time it is, and for you what's happening is it's all happening in your 12th house. Okay, so the 12th house is the house of the subconscious. It's also known as the house of the divine or the house of the goddess, and I can sort of talk around it, but there really are no words to describe everything that goes down in the subconscious. But you could be feeling a little bit of turbulence this month as you do get ready, because there's already Saturn and Pluto down there, and they're shaking things up. And so to have Jupiter go down there too, you're likely to have things come up from the past for healing and release. Jupiter increases or expands everything it touches, so your subconscious contents are going to be more real to you than ever. You could be having more dreams, remembering your dreams, little sort of feelings through the day, or if you're clairvoyant or particularly visual, you might start seeing things or hearing things, or even feeling like strange sensations on your body. Okay, because these things are being stirred up down there, and you could be feeling nostalgic as things from the past come back to you, and it's like a little bit of unfinished business, but it's actually positive, so I don't want you to be concerned about it, because those things are already there. They're in your life, operating, and probably operating unconsciously a lot of the time, and you're not even aware. So you'll become more aware of these little unconscious habits, or maybe Freudian slips, things that you say that you don't mean to say. You might become more aware of the need for inner time, for meditation, self-reflection, self-development. You might become more interested in the metaphysical side of life and the spiritual side of life as a result of this. So you're being prepared right now. It's as if the garden is being tilled and the seeds have been planted and they're sprouting down there in the ground. And next month you're going to see those little sprouts stick their heads up above the soil. But you'll get little sort of feelings this month, and maybe you'll see cracking around the soil and things sort of, you'll know that there's things going on deep down in the soil. Okay, so the 10th sees Mercury joining your sun in your 11th house of friends. So this month there's likely to be a lot of communications back and forth with your friends and networks. It's also to do with your hopes and dreams. And so you might receive good news, or sort of messages of encouragement about your hopes and dreams from the 10th. The 11th sees a full moon lunar eclipse in your 5th house. Okay, so this is all about transformation of your childhood, and you could be feeling very close to the world of the child. You might have children come to visit, or have a lot more to do with children, and this is about enabling your joy to be expressed. Okay, your innate joy that does sit down there deep inside your house, I was going to say. Heart. I can't talk today. I don't know what it is. Deep down inside your heart, but it came out as house, which is your body anyway. Our body is our home. It's also great for young love. If you've recently met someone and you don't know them very well, this is a really good energy for stirring things up there and, you know, I guess encouraging you along the romantic path, okay? You could be feeling particularly cheeky or flirtatious under this energy. The lunar eclipse there is often more about the feminine energy, the deeper side within, and it could stir things up so that, you know, to get you to become more of who you are. So if you're not in a romantic relationship, maybe you should be. Maybe there's a part of you that wants to be, and maybe you've turned your back. So you could feel those stirrings going on. It's also about leisure and pleasure, not just romance. You might be feeling that, you know, it's time to get out and socialise a bit more and have some fun. That's what it's all about. The 21st sees Venus wander into your sign. So this is beautiful because Venus loves cooperation and sharing and caring, and Venus is in love with love. So in your sign, you're likely to become Mr. or Ms. Popular with Venus there. People want to communicate with you because they can see you more clearly than usual. So the real you is coming out and people like what they see, and it goes very smoothly with Venus there. So 22nd sees the sun, 25th sees the new moon, solar eclipse, all in your 12th house. So much going on deep down in your subconscious this month. If you can have time out from your normal work, or, you know, try and have time out from distractions, so away from people, so that you can reflect on what's going on in your life, that would be really beneficial because you have so much activity there this month. So, and as I said before, it's all in preparation for what's going to happen next month with you. And then we start, you know, a new decade, 2020. You're starting the new decade with all of these changes. So that's absolutely fantastic. With the sun there, you're likely to have a lot of insight, awareness, and even happiness about the changes. So, you know, I don't want to cast a negative sort of shade over all of these changes, because it is ultimately positive and you'll be feeling happy about it. The solar eclipse is sort of a masculine, relates more to the masculine side of things, and it's about being active, and it's out there in the world, and it's about manifesting what you want in your life. So if you haven't followed me before, I do this, you know, horoscope briefly, then I'll do a psychic introduction, then some tarot and a psychic summary. So I'll do the psychic introduction now. So I'll just close my eyes for you. Awesome, Aquarius. Oh, wow. Yeah, so there's a definite increase here in your energy levels, your vitality, even your health. And I can see all of this like a really big waterfall in front of me, all of this water pouring down into you. And water is actually, you know, like the rivers of life, living waters. So this is going to help your body. And it's a great time to adopt new strategies if you have health issues or, you know, well-being issues. You're not feeling very well. This should improve this month. I feel confident with all of this. It's like I'm in a forest, and it's also raining as well as the waterfall. So you could be quite emotional this month. Awesome, Aquarius. Yes, but the forest needs the rain, so it's a good thing. You know, there could be some tears here about something from the past that just didn't work out. But I want you to know that you're fully protected, okay? And that these are the sorts of tears that are healing tears. So let them flow and, you know, get them out, because this is for growth and opportunity coming your way in 2020. Okay, so let's have a look now at the board and we'll do some tarot. And what I'll do is pull a card for each week of December. Okay, so here's our board, and I've already pre-shuffled these cards up, but I'll just give them a quick shuffle again now as we look for a card for the first week of December 2019, and we come up with the Emperor. Okay, so this is an authoritarian figure, somebody in control, someone that likes to have his own way. Now it can go two ways. This could be you dominating or controlling someone, but more likely it is someone who is trying to dominate and control you. It could be like a government instrumentality, maybe government telling you rules and regulations that you must adhere to in your business, or perhaps if you're in receipt of some kind of government benefit or handout, they're adopting new rules, and it seems a bit draconian and harsh, by the way. The best way around this is to play by this guy's rules. If you think that you can get around him by sweet talking him, once he's made up his mind, it's not very likely that you'll be able to do that. So the best way is to be compliant, follow the rules, and work within the framework that you've got. But if you just get all angry and try to outsmart him, or try the standover tactics that he uses, that definitely will not work. Okay, so the upside of this is he does offer tradition, stability. You know where you are. Like, he's going to say these are the rules, and that's what you've got to play by. There's action to be taken. It's almost like you have to fit in with him. Okay, you need to do something about it. So it's not an overly pleasant energy, but you can minimize the unpleasantness by going with the flow. And it's only for the first week. Okay, so don't get your knickers in a knot and get in a tizzer about it, because it will come and it will go. And then we'll go into the second week of December 2019 for awesome Aquarius. See, I see, when I've got my eyes closed now, and I see angels around. So you are protected. Okay. And we come up with this card now, which is Wands, and it's the Two of Wands. This is about communication. It's could be in relationships. In fact, it's good for business. She's standing behind a rocky sort of hedge or fence. There's a special word for this in English word, which I just can't think of now, but if you're in England, you'll know what I mean, because you see these everywhere in the country. And there's a gap, and she can get through. So there's a way to move forward through expressing your true self, and there's action to be taken too. Don't just sit back and think you can deal with this energy back here, by doing nothing. There is action to be taken. But expression, grounding, being practical. You need to be practical about the issue. Take some action. And don't forget this spiritual side of yourself. See this balloon here with the world in the blue, in the balloon? This is the spiritual energy that will guide you through. Okay, so you've got to get the balance between the physicality and spirit in the second week, but there is progress. Okay, so looking at the third week of December now, seeing what we come up with, and just drop something great, and it's the Wheel of Fortune, which is fantastic. The Wheel of Fortune, then the cycle changes, it turns. Okay, and this is a beneficial sign, a sign of success, a sign of abundance, in fact. So you may have gone through this, but as the month goes past, as it transpires, you'll be feeling better. And just prior to Christmas, the wheel turns and you could be in for some good luck, awesome Aquarius, in the third week of December, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so that's actually a great card. All right, and looking at the last 10 days now of December, and we come up with, just looking for a card, okay, the Lovers card. It's all coming together for you. So you might have started off the month in a bit of a low, and it's got better and better as it's gone along. The Lovers card. This is about integrating the energies within, but you may do this in the outside world through the agency of another person. This could be somebody that you're already with or somebody that you meet. But it's about bringing up those energies and you coming to terms with the past and those energies that have been blocked inside. So then you will have the power and control over those energies that have been deep down in your subconscious. But it's also good for, obviously, for sexual relationships and romantic relationships. I nearly said then romantic entanglements. I wasn't meaning to, but that's what wanted to come out of my mouth, which my mouth doesn't seem to be working all that good this morning for some reason, but not to worry. So I do hope you found that helpful. I'll just close my eyes now, awesome Aquarius, just for a quick psychic summary. Okay, they're showing me some musical instruments. This is the music of your life. It's like if you imagine yourself as an orchestra, all of the different parts that the different musicians play with their different musical instruments, that's your life. And so your subconscious is trying to get all of these different musical instruments and musicians in alignment to make beautiful sounding music rather than a cacophony of discordant sound. And so at the moment it's like they're tuning up, and when musicians tune up, it doesn't sound too good, but it's because they're getting ready for this magnificent piece that they're about to play, and that is your life. So you're in preparation, being tuned up for some beautiful music coming in December, and set you up for January 2020 when early Aquarians have their birthdays, and then we go into February. Alrighty, I do hope you've found that helpful. I'd like to wish you a very Merry Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. And I thank you now for your comments and subscriptions. And don't forget to click the notification bell so you can catch up with all of my uploads. I'll be doing Pisces horoscope next, and then I'll go on to 2020 horoscopes for all of the signs. Okay, have a wonderful month, dear awesome Aquarius, and I shall catch you again soon. Bye for now. Thanks so much for watching. Please visit my website absolutesoulsecrets.com for all things spiritual. Have a lovely day.